top spots.
Yeah, and then just to come back to what the Des were touching on, I think question marks, they're playing a real thinking man's game right now. We're seeing them constantly in a position where they're able to actually influence fairly key across. I think placement points they're sat, I think, in third overall, but it's the 67 kills that round that out nicely as well. Another actually fairly far south, but a little more to the west this time around. Not so much of the Southern Island Inn, but once again another situation where we've got three. Call it 4 teams that are actually comfortably inside this Circle 1.
And while we have the stats up here, can we just mention how Nailcup is currently tied for top kills?
This guy has been just constantly active. We've seen him out on solo missions a number of times as well. It's actually crazy to see him actually reflected now at the top of the top 5.
I'm not gonna lie to you, and I mean, this is in no way trying to disrespect.
It's a threat. Yeah, thank you for bringing the map up. Now you can see how many teams have made a dash towards either side of the valley here. Best of luck.
And to reverse down the hillside. Shots connected. One more needed. Found by Ruin, and that's Howl yet again finding points in the early game here. Eastside Mountain, and it's actually Perfectix somewhat caught on his own here, but now Na'Vi, you said it before, they're gonna send side by side down towards the south, and they find 2.
That's just Presco and Mika to be spotted here, trying to get back into the vehicle. Actually, both members of Na'Vi getting involved here. Chris
playing Big Brother here, overlooking every single move he makes.
We've got sight lines on the second vehicle as well, and that's when you open up.
Oh, kill your guy! Headshot comes through, and Chris fortunately there to make it look a little less. A pretty tough grand final so far. They start off the day, they get themselves to win, the ball starts rolling in the right direction, but then we come over to Miramar, and things just going against them here.
Strides with the pre-nade. That's it.
Scav going for the rest here.
Sorry, Nuki.
Just not going to happen. He's been crawling for the last 10 ends. Trouble all the way through. But Esports now pulling up an overpeakers. Full speed forward. They come. Mexi. A lot of damage done, but no knock so far. As I say that, instantly one goes down, but Vard falls on the other side too.
See, Weston going to come through, confirm that. Mexi got to hold down the fort now. Ahuden's in the ground floor.
Reload comes through and goes, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to run down these stairs anytime soon.
Actually, the molly catches from Clip.
Yep. Is that going to be enough? I think it actually might be. Should he get knocked here? Yes, indeed, he does. Now there's a chance to run downstairs.
Jeeves with the support as well. To find that elsewhere, Northern Lights have the rest of Polish power to deal with once again.
Yeah, but Tulin still is nowhere near there to help. Nice peek around the side. Spyro, though, does manage to find the first one. Should have a single peek coming through second time around. Not in the position to really do a whole lot here. Spots one. Spyro tries to get the ankle, but not going to happen. Marcelik, nice off-angle peek through that one. Great ambush once again on a split Northern Lights team.
And Loose somehow going to get away from that. The second nade, I think, forcing a couple of the players on Polish Powers away. Look at the minimap, though. Look at fellas.
Yep.
They're coming up. Tiksu, Rustamar going to have sightlines onto this. Very quickly, Rustamar actually finds Lou ahead of the heel. Northern Lights in shambles once again.
They had to rotate into this one, fellas, and they've been presented a perfect opportunity for doing so. Lou knocked down. Don't think there's any way that he gets back up alive. Batulin's solo player left alive now, I think, for Northern Lights, as Kilyakai bleeds on out elsewhere on the map. Northern Lights seems to me like this is going to be a smoke trail for potential vehicle rotation out of here. Again, I mean, Northern Lights had all the control of the entire north side here. They collapsed onto the warehouse, but Polish Power just got the better of them.
Batulin's now faced with the unthinkable. Going to try and get the vehicle out, but it's actually stuck against the wall. Can he get over?
Equally awkward.
It's not looking any better. A little bit of speed is the answer.
Headshot should be the first bullet connected. There's the spin out, and that should be it for Northern Lights for the weekend. Indeed, it is 16th place for Northern Lights. They started out looking unbeatable, but Miramar has just not been their battleground.
As it is elsewhere, actually now for Esports feeling the pinch. Overpeak is looking to seal the deal here. That's a ton of damage coming in from afar from Molodot. Decent spray on the first, but Weston down to 6 HP. Gonna try and find. Mexi had to slow things down as well. Actually, I guess with the circle repositioning, maybe a A little bit of pressure from the north side here. See if
Going to be seen by Exalt over on the other side. Nork is somehow, with barely any speed at all, manages to run himself over to the nade himself. That is not how he would have imagined himself going down in the final game. Well, out here towards the east. Keep in mind, Michael is still far off to the north, so fellas playing -1 right now. The end of their skirmish on the southern side. In the meantime, Adusi makes perfect use of the SKS. Finds Gustav, finds the second as well. Diggory falls down too.
bit of a response here, but FaZe feeling the pressure from afar. Diggory will actually bleed out. Gustav still down. 8C got it all to do here. In fact, actually caught with the molly. I think that's going to do just enough to catch him, and it does. Metabeat will find that one.
Oh, look at that. In the meantime, fellas over on the east side, finally things going
with that kill feed information, but they're going to be slowed down here. Actually, Phil first finds an angle onto Gustav and will punish it. Gustav down once again. 8C committing to the first aid now, but he has to make the same cross. And it's not going to happen. Artie actually didn't want to find it. Actually, Hal looking to... oh my god.
He's in the car with him!
No way. No
He's getting a free ride to the circle from his opponent!
And a free kill. Literally a free kill. 2 free kills.
Wait. There's no way when Lasse look... You're memeing!
Way,
Chris, you are memeing at this point. Guess what?
Get the second!
Get the second! How does he not find him now? Finally, with the hipfire mini, he takes him down. If there's a man that can put on a show, that is Chris. Here he is, finds one, finds two, goes for the third, finds him as well. Chris is making something out of nothing in the most unorthodox way I have ever seen, and how? And who did they bring? Well, it's Chris. Here we see the pull-up on the other side. Win or die. Well, that's a die, not a win. No doubt about it. Question mark. Fed 2 freebies on that one, and they now get to play the field for themselves. But they have egg forward. Please do something. Okay. Oh, calm down.
Keeps the back door open. Cross reinforced. Clip still looking this way, though. Actually going to find a knock on the back of that. Pains will fall.
Yep, can't get out of that window. Can't block in the angle. Vasco able to get over in the same one-story building. Paints might actually be able to get rest here. And again, as you said, I mean, Overpeak is forced into a wide split. Chris is just sprinting down the open hillside. And now finally, someone's seen him. As I say that, they do so. But there's such a long run still to be made in the open. It's not going to happen. 1 down, 2 down, third should fall in a second. Vasco makes his way around the backside, but he's not inside just yet. Now tagged up here as well. Trying to get the rest onto Paint to get out there.
Yeah, the cross from the garage anywhere else is more difficult than this one here with smokes, but already Molodok going to put a little more damage inside there, and actually Archie nearly connecting with that onto Mexi.
That is a good read on where he expects him to be in that smoke, given that they saw people run out just before. Art finds him with the nade. There's only so many places they can't be, and Clip now setting back all on his own. Does find one. I mean, if there's a time to go now, is it. The circle is still closing on in. Where are you going to play this one from, buddy?
We're faced with but again, all that utility burnt up now. That's an unfortunate bounce for that beautiful headshot though onto Pains.
Pre-firing him. I think I saw him in the window on the run.
Another knockdown to Vasco. Clip doing absolute wonders from the...
Oh, the molly perfectly thrown by Fairest. Exalt nets themselves. Best of luck. Peeking on forward. Quizzy there to help him. It's a slow burn up, this final one. Utility being locked forward, but with the downhills, it's probably going to be a little while before this one comes to an end. As I say that, Best of Luck finds Stante. All of question mark are prone down in the corner of this one. 4v2v1. Wu wants further up the leaderboard, and with a win here, they might just jump straight into third.
So here we're going to find one onto Molodok here. Fairest has to get something done as the last man standing for Exalt, but can't connect that first spray, Toby.
Bronze on down, tries to see what more he can find. Knew he tagged up one goal, cancels the spray. Thought he had him, not quite so. 10 kills for the Wu as they continue their slaughter, and they find the final one as well.
At the very least, with Northern Lights not as dominant, Entropic not even here. There really does seem to be some room at the top, and a lot of teams hungry to try and claim it.
Yeah, and on top of that, I'm really loving that idea. You know, that's been, as you said, status quo for at least 3 years. That's been the same team, same players, and now it shifts a little bit. And also, we talked a bit about it before some of the other games. You know, there's been the same players and the same teams.
Yeah.
And now, with the swapping around, you have these tendencies that you can potentially catch out. 21 points for Wu, though, 14 for Question Mark. They continue the dominance here again.
And I think when you look at this down, even for teams that aren't quite on the ultra top end of the leaderboards as well, teams like Team Exalt, I think we've constantly seen really good plays from them, Ferris in particular, Saga, looking fantastic.
I mean, yeah, we started off with calling it a bit of a meme with the Winchester spam, but
Yeah.
it was actually pretty close. Like, James really did what he could to try and punish that in the early phase of the game, got incredibly close, but they did at the very least have the cover there from Molodok to prevent him from going down early. That was a big reason why they were able to survive that long, and even at the top level teams, we're not quite seeing that level of cohesion, maybe a little bit more overconfidence in the splits that they're taking, but it's good to see that the support is there when needed.
All right, there was 4, 4, and 3 kills on the previous slide that we had before Avenger. Do we talk about him? Is it time to talk about It's Chris?
The man.
It's Chris. It's the man.
What was that? Live PGC rankings to see how everything's gone. So Aduzi did get #1 here.
With 3 ahead.
Yeah,
quite
that's,
impressive.
Impressive here from him, Saga.
That is a big boost. Nelcop has been sat at the top pretty much the entirety of today as well, and Nixie up there is another one that we've isolated as another up-and-coming talent that's really separating himself from the pack, but Aduzi, really towards the later stages of today, has done a lot of damage.
Pestalozzi, top. I did not expect that. That must have come from the last game here on the top, taking over Rustamar, who's been on top the entire day.
I'm really enjoying the changes that we're seeing, because you would always look at these every single tournament, and geez, 756.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is nuts. You would always look at these, and it would always just be Northern Lights, Na'Vi, FaZe. It's not that at all this tournament here.
I like this as well because that's the one that was not a kill steal.
Yeah.
The man was not already knocked by that point. He did the damage himself.
Yeah, 140 meters more than second place.
Crazy.
That is crazy. With the mini as well. Extends, though. Top of throwable damage. He's grinding the fantasy points for you, Zago.
He really is. I think just to quickly go back to Hobbits and the 750-meter kill, we should probably ask Toby. Could he have done it with an SKS? I'm sure he would advocate for it.
I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have done it.
no, the grenades again have been really on point, and well, love to see it from Extens.
Great stuff overall coming on in. As you say, we've had a real opportunity to look at the rising talent in Europe across these 3 days. Even Misa being able to run really far.
Not exactly that's not a good thing for Rens.
No, maybe they were running away.
Wow.
It's not been the best time. Let's be real.
They've been chasing zones the entire
They
weekend.
have. This is really something they talked about, right?
They really haven't had a single phase 1 even. Like, they're dropping on the far northern side of the zone, and we're getting potential South Island circles on Miramar.
Yeah, it is rough.
Gross.
But I mean, that's what happens when you pick somewhere like Severny to be able to draw. Anyway, let's get on to the overall leaderboard. Top 3, we have Polish Power, Question Mark, and the Woo, Reigning Supreme. Not only that, top 4, win or die there is well, Avenger.
Yeah, for sure. And a little bit of a lead there. 13 points down to second place from Question Mark. And then we have our huge middle pack that is really, really big. NLT 95 points, all the way down to Fellas on 13th, 78 points. It is so close. 18 points difference only there. It's crazy.
At the halfway mark, this might be the closest PCS we've ever had.
Yeah, for sure.
In Europe, yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's not at all uncommon to see by this point we're already borderline crowning a champion, but this time around, it really